Welcome to the Finding Your Roar podcast. I am your host, Dion DG McGee, and I'm excited that you are here for episode number 1. It is an exciting time. Today, I simply want to share a little bit about me, a little bit about my background, how we got to this space, how we got to a podcast, right? Simply put, I am a corporate executive turned entrepreneur. I simply left corporate America originally as a author, the author of Finding Your Roar. And my book was the initial step to take that journey outside of corporate America to empower those that were not breaking the glass ceiling, to help women get in rooms and in seats that they typically could not get in. And now I'm on the track and the journey to help those same folks on this entrepreneurial journey as well. This podcast is open and available to all. However, I will share that I do have a special place in my heart for women. So 25 plus years of corporate experience, across the fence to take this entrepreneurial walk, entrepreneurial journey. And now I am the Chief Executive Officer of DG McGee Enterprises, and we are a federally certified woman-owned small business, and we focus on career development and entrepreneurial development by way of speaking engagements, of course, digital courses, creating cohorts, and all the things that help you move and find your roar. Now we have our RoarCon conferences. We just closed out our conference for 2024. So now we are here kicking off the first episode of the Finding Your Roar podcast. So we're simply excited about it, right? So I simply wanted to share with you this introduction as to how I found my roar and why it matters, right? So simply put, I'm from Eastern North Carolina by way of Atlanta and made my way back to the great state of North Carolina. And in doing so, I decided that I wanted to take this walk, this journey on this corporate space. And I honestly thought that I was going to finish my entire career in corporate America, but not so. I found myself in a place that was not as diverse, equitable, or inclusive as it should have been. And in doing that and going through that season of my life, I had to make a decision. What does the next level and the next season look like for me? How long could I stay in a place that was not welcoming to me? How long can I manage the burnout? How long could I manage the code switching? How long could I manage the politics, the crazy hours? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The crazy hours. And sometimes I honestly felt like I was a bad mom, if we're going to be transparent, because that's what we're going to talk about in this podcast. So with it, because I could not actually participate in all the events that my kids were a part of, whether it was track, whether it was basketball, being in leadership, things would just fall out of the sky, right? Like Chicken Little. Everything that happened, I felt like only Dion could fix it, right? Dion, we hate to bother you, but we just had this proposal that fell out of the sky, and you're the only one that can solve this problem, right? So therefore, what I had on my schedule, right, to make my kids' basketball game or track meet or whatever activities they had going on turned into something different. And I felt like I was not showing up for my children the way that I wanted to show up for my children. So with that being said, I had to finally make a decision. So because I am a woman of faith, I am a mother, wife, daughter, sister, friend, I had to really sit down and own who it was that I am, and to really make a decision to do what it was that I love, what it was that I'm passionate about, and what really fulfills me, right? And so with that being said, a lot of you probably are feeling the same way. Again, one of the purposes and reasons for this podcast, right? Because we want to hear those stories. We want to talk to folks that have found their roar so you can hear from them so that you too can find yours. And for those that have found it, we want you to get to the next level in the next season. So we want to share those stories with you. We want to provide opportunity, access, and resources in this podcast. So whether you are on the journey to break that glass ceiling in the corporate space, or whether you are on this entrepreneurial journey trying to figure out what that really looks like, this is the podcast for you, because we're going to be talking to folks that have changed their footprint, that have taken their meow and turned it into a roar. Those are the stories you want to share, and we want to provide you access to some things that you might not know about so that you too can be relentless, optimistic, ambitious, and results driven, because that's what the roar means. That is our mantra. And to be frank with you, These are the things that I had to do. One, I had to believe in myself and have the faith and the confidence that I could actually leave corporate America. I'm not going to lie to you and say that it was easy. It was not easy. I was literally scared to death, right? But at the same time, I had to figure out who it was that I really am and what I really wanted to do. And I literally put a horizontal line and a vertical line on a piece of paper. And in those boxes, I wrote down who I am, what I love, all my skills, degrees, certifications, all the things that I'm passionate about. And I literally connected the dots. And I even had a box for the things that I don't like to do, the things that I don't ever want to do again. And I connected the dots. This is what I don't want to do. These are the things that I love and I'm passionate about. Where can I find business in these connections? And that is how I got to the place of being a speaker, of being an author, and working still with project management, right? Creating courses, products. We have digital products on our website to help you grow on your career journey as well as on your entrepreneurial journey, right? So you can download those. Those are easy for you to access to coach you and train you at your own pace. We have courses that are available online that will help coach you and get you to where it is that you want to be. But I had to be true to who I am. I am a die-hard, you can ask my husband, project manager. It does not turn off. Everything's a project, a program, right? And with that being said, that is how our project management and program management firm started, by curating courses and helping folks 8-week, 10-week programs to get the coaching that they need, the mentorship that they need. And I promise you, because I sat down and drew that horizontal line and vertical line on that paper, I am now the better for it because I discovered who it is that I really am and what it was that I really wanted to do. And that was simply to make an impact in the community and help folks find their roar. So when I found mine, I didn't just find it for me. I found it for you too. I found it for you as well. So that is what we're going to talk about on the podcast. I'm excited about it. But you got to take action. You can know who you are. You can discover who you are. You can have all the confidence and faith in the world. But if you don't take action to get those things done, then it's going to be a waste of time. So then I started reaching out to folks that I knew we could serve, right? So who is it that you need to be targeting from a business standpoint, from a career standpoint, and to make sure that we get you where it is that you need to be? I need you to be laser focused. So when you tune in to us, we want you to be laser focused on this podcast. Get your notebooks out, get your highlighters out, get your Sharpies out, everything that you need so you can get the nuggets, the gems, the tips, tools, and strategies so that you can grow and scale and you too can be that lion that we have called you to be. Because after you watch us, you have no choice to take your meow and to turn it into a roar, right? So how many of you can resonate with that? If you can resonate with that, if you've been in a place where you felt stuck, when you felt stagnant and you feel like, hey, it's time for me to do something else, it's time for me to move in my career, or it's time for me to move out of my career and take this leap on the entrepreneurial journey, let us know. Give us your comments, give us your feedback, let us know how you're really feeling, because there are stages to this roar. You come from a kitty cat, from the kitty cat to the lion in the zoo. And the lion in the zoo is caged. The lion in the zoo is waiting on someone to bring them a steak. And that steak may look like your paycheck, right? But when you become a lion in the jungle, that means that you're going to rule, you're going to abide, you're going to dominate over everything, because you know that there is a calling, there is a skill, there's a gift, there's a talent that you need to get after. That is what this is about. And we are here to help you find your roar, because at the end of the day, we want you to be relentless, optimistic, ambitious, and results driven. And because I have found my roar, I was recently just named Entrepreneur of the Year. So again, I literally was scared to leave corporate America, but had I not taken that leap, I would not be sitting in this space. I would not have the certifications and all that we have done. And now at the space of curating conferences, never in my wildest dreams had I ever imagined that we would be doing that. So I'm excited to share this podcast with you. At the end of the day, we want you to like, we want you to comment, we want you to subscribe to the channel. But at the end of the day, we want you to be relentless, optimistic, ambitious and results driven, and keep roaring no matter what you do. It is DG McGee signing off.